Hello and welcome to Ladybird Yoga Bursts. So in celebration of the first Ladybird Yoga Burst video that I'm doing for this decade, 2020, I've actually been and had Ladybird nails. Can you see? Thanks to Amy Saville from Shabby Chic, one of my students. I thought you'd appreciate those wonderful nails in celebration of Ladybird Yoga Bursts. So, welcome. Happy New Year. So if you are feeling maybe more sluggish than sparkle, come along with me today and we'll do a gentle detox to help get rid of those impurities in your body. So I make no apologies for the fact that you might be a little bit more thirsty than normal after this practice, or you might need to spend a penny more often. Just depends, we're all different. So just take a couple of deep breaths just to prepare yourself for the practice today. Then breathe in, and as you breathe out, come up to standing. So we're going to take a little walk through our body, trying to work out how our body feels today and how we feel today. So come to what is a comfortable standing position for you. That may be that your feet are hip distance apart. You may prefer your toes and heels together, or big toes together, heels slightly apart. Just find your position for you. You're going to be there for a few minutes. Roll those shoulders back and down. Stretch down through your fingers. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, gently close your eyes. And take your awareness down to your feet, your all important feet. We don't pay them half enough attention. They take us everywhere in life. So just take a moment to bring your awareness to your feet. Lift your toes. And then try and place each toe down individually, spreading the toes as you go. Then push down into your big toe. Push down into your little toe. Push down into your inner heel, your outer heel. Push down through the outside edges of your feet and create a small arch in your feet. This helps your balance. Then pull up through your ankles, through your shins and your calves, into your knees. 4 parts to your knees. Pull up through the front of your knee, the back of your knee, 2 sides. Begin to pull up through your thighs, through your hamstrings. As you do so, you'll notice your hips begin to switch on, and they'll come in towards the centre of your body to support not only the lower half of your body, but the upper part of your body. Take a breath before you continue your journey up through your abdomen, your rib cage. Feel your rib cage opening. Feel your chest opening as you squeeze those shoulder blades together. Think about your spine. Allow your spine to open up from the base of your spine up through your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, noticing those shoulders coming together again as you open up your spine. Roll those shoulders back and down. Stretch down through your fingers. Stretch up through your neck, through the crown of your head, and just dip your chin slightly to feel a slight stretch in the back of your neck. Just breathe and appreciate your amazing, wonderful body. Taking note of where you may have any aches and pains today, and just be careful, be aware of those areas as we go through practice. You know your bodies, take care of them. 2 more wonderful breaths. Then breathe in, and as you breathe out, gently open your eyes. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, take your arms up to the ceiling, palms facing, and release. 2 more. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, arms up to the ceiling. Push down through your feet, stretch up through your fingertips, and release. 1 more. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, arms up to the ceiling. Watch those shoulders, release them, stretch through the fingers, push through the feet, and release. This time you're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, arms up, palms facing, clasp the fingers, reverse the palms, stretch away. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, come over to the left. Push down through your right foot. So you should feel a stretch now down the right hand side of your body. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, back to center. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, over to the other side. Push down through that left foot and back to center. 1 more on each side. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, over to the left. Stretch and push opposing directions. Back to center. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, over to the right. Push and stretch. Release those hands. Keep the hips facing forwards. Take your left hand to your right hip, your back of your right hand to your left hip, and twist to look over, softly over your right shoulder. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, back to center. Other side. Right hand on left hip, back of left hand on your right hip. Hips facing forward. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, twist softly over your left shoulder. Breathe. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, back to center. 1 more on each side. Twist round to the right. Roll that left shoulder, back and down to allow you to twist a little bit more. Keep those hips facing forward. And back to center. Other side. Roll that right shoulder back and down, just to create a little bit more space to enable you to twist a little bit more. And back to center. And then just sway gently from side to side. Try and keep those hips facing forward. Just a little bit of movement. Waking up your spine. Waking up your arms. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, arms up, palms facing. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to come all the way down. Coming all the way down to forward fold. Now you may feel extremely tight in the backs of those legs, especially if you've not done a lot over Christmas, been sitting around. So push through the heels, pull up through the backs of the legs. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, pull the belly button in, up and back towards your spine to create a little bit more space to enable you to come down a little bit more. Just be aware of your body and where it is today. Gentle movements. Then walk the hands out slightly. Walk the feet out a little bit wider. Turn the toes out towards the corners of the mat and bring yourself down as low as you can. Now you may be here, that's absolutely fine. You may need a little bit of support. Again, absolutely fine. Just listen to your body, come to wherever is comfortable for you. If you need support underneath your heels, please take it. Try and keep that spine straight. Use your elbows on your inner thighs. Open those thighs. Breathe. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to take the left hand just to the outside of your right foot, the right hand up. Or if that's too much for you, take that right hand on your lower back, roll the shoulder back and down and open up. Listen to your body as always, take your option. Breathe and release, hands back to center. Then walk the right hand over towards the left foot. Take the left arm up, or again, your option, lower back if you wish. Pay attention to how you feel. Back you come. Other side. Down with the breath. Exhale and up. Down with the breath. Exhale and up. Down with the breath. One more. Exhale, up. Down with the breath. Walk the hands around. Bring yourself around. Turning towards the top edge of your mat. Tuck the back toe under. Step up. Feet hip distance apart. And remember, take both hands between the feet to gauge your hip distance apart. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, pull that belly button in, back, up towards the spine, make space to enable you to come forward. Breathe. And take the left hand into the middle of the feet. Right hand, back of the right hand on your lower back. Roll that shoulder back and down. Open up. And then take the arm up. Or keep the hand on the lower back, your choice. Breathe. Release that hand. Other side. Right hand in the center to support you. Back of the left hand, either lower back or take that arm up. Your choice. Think about it. Push through those feet, stretch up through those legs. They've probably gone lazy. Mine certainly did. Thought they'd gone on holiday. Release. Once more, either side. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, right arm up. Breathe. Release. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, left arm up. Breathe. Push into those legs. Stretch up through those legs. Sorry, push into the feet. Stretch up through the legs. And release. Left hand in the center. This time you're going to circle your right arm. You're going to take it back and you're going to circle for 3, for 2, for 1. Another direction for 3, for 2. Make sure we've got enough room. I need to step back slightly. For 1. Other side. Right hand in the center and circle. Doesn't matter which way you go. You're going both ways. 3, other way, 3, 2, 1. Hands down on the mat, just in front of you on your fingertips, just give you a little bit of support. You're going to step your right foot back. You have an option here. You can drop the knee if you wish. Just make sure that knee is back behind the hip. Or if you are feeling brave this evening, or today I should say, it's not night time yet, I'm running ahead of myself, come up onto your toes, bend into the front knee, make sure you have your balance, come up into what we call crescent lunge. So crescent lunge means you need to tuck your tailbone under, follow your gaze back between the palms and lean back slightly. Push into that back heel. Breathe. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, come back to center with the body, palms together. You're going to take the right elbow to the outside of your right knee. So bend into that right knee, push into that back foot, or you're kneeling, your choice. Bring the body round, palms together. into a twist. Breathe. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, come back to center. Oops, even my balance is off today. Up you come. Hands on hips. Step up towards the top of the mat. Arms up. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Take your hips down to come into chair. So your arms are in line with your ears. You should be able to see your toes. If you can't, push those thighs back slightly. Into chair and breathe. So just as we did in your crescent lunge, palms together, down to heart center. Right elbow to the outside of your right knee. Now if you find that one knee is going in front of the other, if you happen to have a trusty brick or a book or a block, put that between your thighs, squeeze, come back into your chair, palms together, and try to come into your chair twist that way to stop one knee going in front of the other. If you don't have a brick or a block, you're really going to have to work those thighs to stop it happening. So look at your knees. If one's in front of the other, pull that front one back. Palms together. Bring the body around. Breathe. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, back up to your chair. Down to forward fold. If you've got the brick there, just remove it for a second. Breathe. Again, take the right hand in between the feet, left hand up. Or on your lower back, your choice. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, hand down. Right arm up. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, hand down. So we took our right foot back. So take the hands slightly in front of you to help your balance. So we're going to take the left foot back this time. So again, your choice. Drop the knee. Just make sure the knee is behind the hip. Bend into the front knee. Up you come. For high lunge initially. Then breathe in, and as you breathe out, tuck the pelvis under. Follow the palms back for crescent lunge. Work with your body. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, come back to center. I'm going to take my hands on my hips just so that I can turn, so that you can see. So I will move my feet so I'm on the right side as you, same side as you. Bending into my front knee. Palms up, palms together, down to heart center. So my left elbow onto the outside of my right knee. Palms together, elbow up to the ceiling. Push into those palms. Really push into those palms to enable you to bring the body round. Release, back to a crescent lunge. Hands on hips, up to standing, and back into forward fold, just for a second. Breathe. You're going to come back up to chair. I'll turn around again. Sorry, I just remembered I need to turn around again to enable you to see. Palms together, down to heart center. Left elbow again to the outside of your right knee again, if you need to. Trusty brick in there to stop those knees coming forward. Push those palms and twist. Pull the belly button in, up and back. Make that space to enable you to twist. Back to your chair. And down to forward fold. Take a breath there. Take a moment. Combination of breath, twists, and turns. Helps the detox process. So you're going to come down to kneeling now. Come and sit on your heels. So I'll turn to face you so that you can see me better. Sit on your heels. Now if you need to, obviously, if this is not comfortable for you, again, trusty brick or block, you can always put that between your legs. So turn, you can see, between your legs here. And come, push it back a little bit, and sit on that, okay? So please don't be in any pain or any discomfort. Use whatever you have around you to ensure that you are comfortable and that you're able to maintain the position and to do the poses. Push down through your sacrum, up through your spine, stretch up through your neck, through the crown of your head. Breathe. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, your left hand is going to come round to your right hip. Your right hand is going to come round behind you. Again, just in case, maybe it's difficult or a challenge for you to touch the floor. So this is where your props come in handy again. So put the fingertips on the props, push to enable you to sit up tall, hand on hip. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, twist to look over that shoulder. Breathe. You're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, I'll stay on this side because you've just seen me on the other side. So your right hand comes to your left hip, your left hand behind you, either on the mat, on your prop, push into the mat or your prop. Right hand on left hip, twist to look over that shoulder. Once more, breathe in, and as you breathe out, back to centre. Twist. Don't forget, push into the back fingers, sit up tall first. Twist. The more space you make, the more you can twist. It's just like wringing out a sponge, like your tummy is going from left to right. Back to centre. Other side, tummy this time is going from right to left. Push into those fingertips. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, come back to centre. So just stay in the position that you are. I'm just going to move so that you can see me face on. So you're still sitting on your heels. Take your arms up, palms facing. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, as you come forward and down, you're going to cross the elbows, palms to the floor, down you come. Bring yourself forward to wherever is comfortable for you, resting your forehead on your arms. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, again, belly button in, up and back. It creates more space. You can come down a little bit further. Breathe. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, come all the way up, palms up to the ceiling. Again, opposite way. So just go the way that you did just now. It's probably your natural way. And then go the opposite way. Come down, palms to the mat. Remember that space in your tummy. Pull that belly button in, up and back. And down you come. Feel the stretch through the shoulders. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, slide all the way up. Palms up and down. This time, you're going to cross at the elbows again. Okay, so I've got left over right. You're going to try and come into either arms. Now, if this is not for you, you can have backs of hands, or you can hold on to opposite shoulders. Okay? Everything is achievable. Doesn't matter where we are. Take the arms up slightly so the elbows are in line with your chin. Roll the shoulders back and down. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, start to come forward again. Take the arms down to wherever is comfortable for you. It may mean that you lift the hips a little bit, but you're trying to keep the hips down as well as taking the hands down. Not always achievable, just go to where you can. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, come all the way up. Release, and take the hands in the opposite direction. Again, remember your options, okay? Backs of hands or hold onto your shoulders. Take the arms up, elbows in line with your chin. Roll those shoulders back and down, make space. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, come forward. Don't forget, try and keep those hips down towards the heels. Use the space in your abdomen. Think about your abdomen. Pull it in, up and back. Keep working those muscles in your tummy. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, up you come. Release. Roll the shoulders all the way up to the ears and drop. Roll and drop. Roll and drop. Other way, up to the ears and drop, up to the ears and drop again and drop. Take a breath. Take a drink if you need to. So this time, I'm going to come forward just a little bit to make a little bit of room behind me. You're going to take the arms forward, palms facing. So the arms go forward, roll those shoulders back and down, breathe in, and as you breathe out, start to lean back. And that's option one, okay? And back you come. Option two, you come up to high kneeling. Use your abdomen, really squeeze that belly. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, arms forward as you come back. And you should start to feel that in the front of your thighs. Just go as far as is comfortable. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, up you come. Again, breathe in, and as you breathe out, back. So you've got two options. Go with the one that's comfortable for you. Maybe if you're on the easier option, come up and try this just for one movement and back. Again, back you go. So your arms are like a counter lever for you, helping you with your balance. Use that abdomen, up you come. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, down you come. So you're going to come into child's. You're going to take your arms back behind you and your head, forehead down to the mat. Again, if you need something underneath, please just take whatever you need. Take a breath. And then you're going to slide the hands forward. Stretch through those fingertips. Down you go. If you wish, big toes together, knees apart, to make a little bit more space for your child. Just think about how your body is today. Stretch through those fingers, get that stretch across the shoulders. Try and keep the hips in contact with the heels. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, up you come. And prepare for your tabletop. So your wrists are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. Make sure you can't see your feet, pick them up, move them out of the way. So you're in your tabletop. So what I'd like you to do is just wag those hips as much as you wish. You can circle them, doesn't matter. Go one way and then go the other, one way and then the other. Move it around, jiggle it about, and back to centre. You're going to take the right leg back. Tuck the toes, push through the heel. Get a nice stretch through that back leg. You're then going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, pull your belly button in, up and back. Use those muscles and lift the left knee. Breathe, using your core. Release and down. Other side. Take the left leg long. So tuck the toes, push through the heel. Pull that belly button in, up and back. Use those muscles. Push into the hands, push into the toes, lift that right knee. Use your core. We're all thinking about those tummy muscles today, getting them to work, squeezing them, and release. Bring both knees back, push yourself back to child's. Slide the hands down towards the knees, keep sliding them, keep taking them back, forehead to the mat, and then just rotate those wrists. First one way, and then the other way. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, take those arms forward one more time. Forehead down to the mat, stretch through those fingers, roll those shoulders back and down. Try and keep the hips in contact with the heels. Breathe. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, push yourself back up to your tabletop. Take your hands one hand length forward of your shoulders to make a little bit more space. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Your first down dog for this year, for this decade. Come right up onto your toes, push into your hands, pull up through your arms. Gently allow those heels to come down. Maybe walk through those heels. So drop one knee, push through the opposite heel, get a stretch in the back of the leg, and switch. Slowly hold it for a minimum of 2 counts, 2 breaths. Switch once more. And switch. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, push back to down dog. Push and breathe. And then from here, again, wag your tail. Just as you did in your tabletop, move it from side to side. Maybe bend the knees and circle. First one way, and then the other way. Really bend the knees and push. Then breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to lift up your right leg. So to enable you to do that and to keep safe, you bring the left foot into the centre of the mat and you lift up the right leg. Bend the right knee. Look at the space alongside your right hand. That's where your foot's going to go. So breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring that foot forward. Okay, so you have a choice again here. Drop the knee or stay up on those toes. Your choice. Push into those toes if that's where you're going to stay. Bend into the front knee. Take the left hand on the inside of your right foot. Back of your right hand, lower back. So excuse my back as I stay in this position. Roll that shoulder back and down. Either hand on lower back or hand up to the ceiling. Your choice. Breathe. Massaging your organs again. So use those abdomen muscles. And down. Breathe in, and as you do that, step back to your down dog. Push through those heels. Walk through those heels if you wish, if those legs are still tight. This time, bring the right foot in. Lift up the left leg. Bend the knee. Look at the space. That's where the foot's going to go. Remember your option. Drop that back knee, but it must be behind the hip, okay? Or lift. Get your balance. Right hand this time on the inside of your left foot, back of left hand, lower back. So push into that back of that hand. It helps you to bring the body round. It helps you to roll the shoulder back and down. You can stay here or take the arm up, your choice. Listen to your body. Breathe. Take that hand down. Move the hand away slightly. You're going to step up to the top of the mat. You're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to slide the hands up to the shins or the thighs. Push into those heels, stretch up through the legs. Stretch through your spine. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Nice ironing boards. Breathe. Be careful that you're not allowing the hips to go back. I've just realised mine are swaying back slightly. So push equally between those feet. Bring those hips slightly forward so you get more of a stretch in the backs of the legs. Don't be lazy. Pull that belly button in, up and back as always. Breathe. Slide down. You're going to take the hands just in front of the feet. Bend the knees up onto the toes. And take the hands behind you. And as gracefully as you can, back down to the mat. So you're going to come into lying. You're going to take your feet as wide as the mat with the knees bent and roll yourself down. Palms are on the mat, or you can take them away from you slightly to give you a little bit more room. Press the shoulder blades down into the mat. Tuck the tailbone under, lift up slightly and lengthen that spine along the mat. And you're just going to windscreen wipe these legs. So you're going to bring the right knee in, left knee to the mat. Breathe. Back to centre. Left knee in, right knee to the mat. Back. Again. Over you go. Use your breath. Every exhale allows you to move. It just gets you used to using your breath. Because you should notice as you exhale on a movement, it allows you to just go a little bit deeper into the pose. It allows your muscles to release. 2 more. Over to the left and over to the right. Come back to centre. So you're going to bring the feet in. So you need to tuck that tailbone under once more because it may have moved. Lengthen your spine along the mat to protect that lower back. You're going to bring the knees in. So the knees need to be in line with your hips. And you're going to try and cross at the thighs and tuck the toe under. So I've got right leg on top of left, tuck the toes under. So this is eagle legs, okay, but you're lying down. So you're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to twist all the way over to the left. So try and bring the feet all the way down, and your bottom hand, your left hand, use it to help guide that knee down to get a little bit more of a stretch. Now try and keep the right shoulder on the mat if you possibly can. If that doesn't work for you, if you need to lift it, then please do. You can always work on these things. It'll come in time. Breathe. Feel the stretch. You should get a nice stretch all the way down your outer thigh and into your lower back. 1 more breath. Breathe in. As you breathe out, release the hand. Now you're going to use your core. So pull that belly button in, up and back, and try and bring the legs back using your core. Release. Just give them a little bit of a shake in midair. Again, make sure knees in line with hips. Cross at the thighs. So left over right, tuck the toes if you can. Push the shoulder blades into the mat. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to come all the way over to the other side. Try and get those knees all the way down. Use your trusty hand and try and keep the opposite shoulder on the mat. Again, don't worry if it comes up. Just try rolling it back and down. In time, your tight pectorals will start to release and allow that shoulder to gradually sink back towards the back. We're all different. We're all at different stages, so just go with where you are. Feel that movement, feel that stretch. Breathe. Release the hand, use the core. Remember, belly button, in, up and back. It's all about these abdominal muscles today. Back you come, use the core. And release. Give the legs a little bit of shake. You're then going to bring the right knee into the chest, hold it around the shin, give it a lovely squeeze, take the left leg long. You can have the knee bent if you wish, but try and take that left leg long. Point the toes, really squeeze that shin in. Now this is called a wind releasing pose, believe it or not. So the harder you squeeze, if you've got any excess wind in there, hopefully we can release that for you. Any excess bloating, squeeze. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to switch. You're going to release that one, bring the other one in. Take that leg long, try and tuck the toes, and squeeze. Shoulders down to the mat. Breathe. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, release, and squeeze. Don't forget, push the shoulders down. Don't allow them to tighten up towards your ears. Stretch through the opposite leg, point the toe. And switch. Squeeze. One last time. Switch. Really squeeze. Watch those shoulders. Last side. Switch and squeeze. Release the upper half of your body. You're just thinking about squeezing your abdomen, working your hips. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, release. Take those legs long. Release the hands alongside the body. Palms up towards the ceiling. Allow your breathing to come back to normal. Take a couple of breaths, just allowing everything to settle. As you gently close your eyes, getting yourself ready for relaxation. You've worked really hard today. You've worked lots of muscles in your tummy. You've woken them all back up again. So just now, let everything go. Let your feet flop out to the sides. If you do have lower back issues, please bend your knees. Take your feet as wide as the mat and let your knees drop in towards one another. Tuck your tailbone under, lengthen that spine along the mat to release that lower back. Again, if your legs are long, you can do exactly the same. Tuck the tailbone under, lengthen that spine, and then let the legs and the arms go. So use your breath, close your eyes. Just begin to let everything go. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, release your toes, each individual toe. Just let it go. Release your ankles. Release your heels. Release your whole foot. Release your shins, your calves, your knees, all four parts of your knees. Just allow them to let go. Release your thighs, your hamstring. As you release your thighs and your hamstrings, you'll notice your hips beginning to let go. So let them go. Release your hips, your lower back. Release your upper back. Press those shoulder blades down into the mat. Just let them go. Release from your shoulders to your elbows to your wrists to each individual finger. Let it all go. Release your abdomen, just allow it to sink back towards your spine. Release your rib cage and your chest. Notice how they open as you release them, allowing more oxygen into your vital organs. Release your neck, your throat, your jaw. Allow your tongue to hang loose in your mouth. Release your inner cheeks, your outer cheeks. Release your eyes by imagining the corners of your eyes sliding down towards your ears. Release your forehead. Release the space in between your eyebrows. Release your hairline and let go from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. You just breathe softly and slowly, being aware of the cool air coming in through your nose and the warm air leaving your body either through your nose or through your mouth. Very gently start to begin to move your fingers and your toes, gradually reawakening your body. Take a moment, just let it happen naturally. When you're ready, bend up your knees. Bring your knees in towards your tummy. Take your arms around your shins and just gently rock from side to side, massaging your lower back. When you've done it equally on both sides, come back to centre. Roll on to your right hand side and push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. That can be either with your legs crossed or your legs long, your choice. Try and keep your eyes closed if you possibly can. Just settle yourself into a comfortable seated position. Push down through your sacrum, up through your spine, roll those shoulders back and down. Stretch up through your neck, through the crown of your head. As you bring your palms together at heart centre and gently bow your heads. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for joining me in today's practice. You're now ready to enjoy the rest of your day. See you again soon. Namaste.